time to get to work. Not bad. From what I've seen of your skills during that mess in the tavern and today's business, I can say you're real, and my word ought to carry a fair bit of weight, considering my reputation as a warrior of unparalleled skill. Though of late, I've mostly been playing escort to spineless nobles. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, the list of those who can afford his services grows shorter and comes to be written in finer ink. Makes for a duller life. Though I can't say I've any complaints about the weight. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield, where a single misstep spells death. I'd not say no to a fight with you. Let's have at it when I'm all healed. Mayhap. I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to give those responsible a means to incriminate you. But Augustin is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermin and hired me to watch over him in an unofficial capacity. So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, and lo and behold, I found your name. But it wasn't on the list of hired. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard. In short, you had been called in to act the part of the culprit. Mark my words. If you'd carried on with them, Augustin would have been slain, and you would have been held responsible. You'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't been for me. Aye, methinks I've earned my pay this time. And then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being branded a murderer and thrown in jail. Now all that remains is to escape this place. I expect we'll find a way out soon enough, if we only press on. Still, I've got to wonder where this craven plot came from, and what you did to warrant it. One thing's for certain, you must have powerful enemies in Vermin. But why? 'Tis not as though you're the Arisen true. What? You are the Arisen. Ha! 'Tis a small world indeed. I've no business here. Right, let's press on. Judging from the flow of air. Well, this is a right awful place to be cut short. At least you made it out all right. Don't worry, cuz I'll be fine. After all, I can't afford to die here. We haven't had ourselves a real bout yet. We'll see each other again. You can count on that. And when we do, you'd best be ready for the fight of your life.
We are reunited at last, Master. I do hope you encountered no trouble in the cave.
All done then?
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters. We seem to have arrived without issue, but are we safe here?
I've been on my feet all Santa, my legs are as lead.
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this is good, now, 'twould be advantageous for you and your pawn to visit the Rockmouser's burrow in Backwood. Methinks 'tis where you will find.
Come, I'll lead the way.
What business have you here? Does that make you be at ease? I bear you no ill will. My name is Manella, and I have the honor of serving as a go-between twixt her magic. Come, let me buy you a drink. We've much to discuss, and I don't fancy standing round all the while. Shall we make for the tavern?
Here we are.
The people of Batal view pawns with great prejudice. They're even forbidden from setting foot in Her Majesty, Empress Nadinia, has long been troubled by this custom. Many are unhappy about the existence of this tavern, even though it lies outside the capital. I know not what manner of person you are, but if you would aid me in my efforts to make the people of Batal more, I would be glad to offer you. It is a bargain more than fair. For those who hold such permits may remain in Batal. Glad I am to hear it. Simply show it to one of the sentries and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you encounter any trouble, they are harsh in their persecution of the pawns. A simple plan, I know, but 'tis
How might I be of service?
Simply show it to one of the sentries and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you encounter... They are harsh in their persecution of the pawns, but were they to be aided by the targets of their ire, mayhap a few stubborn hearts would soften. A simple plan, I know, but 'tis the only one available, or so it seems to me. I bid you good fortune, Sir Arisen.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Day of quiet.
Terrible witch. Hope 'tis
All knowledge of thee, however, you would do well to first travel to the Alta Batal coast, for as a researcher of this laboratory,
This is quite
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth... considering.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
Time to get to work.
Got to keep moving.
I don't want to use mine. Never me.
Shouldn't have mixed those colors.
Let me get that.
Rattlers! There!
I'm on my way. Resist if you can.
Glad to see you have the matter in hand.
Who are you? No, never mind, 'tis of little. I'm searching for blue crystal shards. Find any, and I'll pay you handsomely. The bigger they are, the higher your reward will be. Is that all? Tiny still, I expect I'll find a use for... 'Tis a god's sway. Well, to be precise, the crystalline substance. By refining such crystals, anyone can attain the power of the Arisen. However, small fragments are meaningless. They cannot contend with. Speaking of which, should you find any large fragments, bring them to me. It is possible larger shards may have been mistaken for jewels. Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them.
We've been traveling together for some time now, haven't we?
Since times of eld. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap, and I shall harness it to your benefit. You may be pitted against the dragon, yet its fate is yours to share. The dragon is the embodiment of destructive force, though this does not mean that it is evil. Understand this. The concepts of good and evil are mortal inventions, and thus cannot be applied to the dragon. It is a being of a higher order, as are ye. Now that the dragon has marked ye, setting ye apart from your fellow. The Arisen is a transcendent being, always chosen. Thus, when the dragon is made manifest, so too is an Arisen. And the cycle is doomed to continue till the dragon is felled. For that is what the will of this world has. I am the husk of he who was once Arisen. My final battle against the dragon culminated in the loss of the will that should have seen me bring the creature low. Thus, as the Arisen is defined by the strength of their will, from that moment on I was Arisen no longer. Such is the world's will. I dare say it compels me e'en now to impart upon ye all the Godsway. Forgive me. However, some years past, a sorcerer of Batal came to me seeking knowledge of the dragon. Just as it appeared his intent was to alter the will of the world through mortal means. Perhaps there is some connection. Ye need not seek the dragon. It will find ye. Aye, make no mistake. The dragon will appear before ye when the time is come. Still, I suppose I can tell ye about a rumor I heard the other day. Apparently, a dragon was sighted in Harv village, though I am not sure after all. Now that ye have been marked as Arisen, so it stands to reason that e'en if a creature of draconic aspect, destructive powers, did appear in that village, 'twas no dragon. A mockery of one, perhaps, but not the dragon true. The substance of which ye worms' life crystals can be obtained not only from the true red dragon, but from lower drakes as well. They retain a measure of draconic power, and when used correctly, will bestow upon ye powers that eclipse the will of this world. Then go. But visit me since times of eld. Dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap, and I shall harness it to your benefit. Then I bid ye farewell. Bound to an eternity intolerable to any mortal.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Gore harpies for that.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
I'm in need of aid!
Open your eyes!
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.